week one. What's going on?
What's going on, Yaneiri fans?
My YouTube.
What's going on, Yaneiri fans?
Shh. Take two. What's going on?
What's going on, Yaneiri fans?
Okay, now for real. So, the 27th. What's today? Wait, what's today? The 27th is Dominican Republic. Whatchamacall that? Independence Day, and I'm gonna do a makeup because my mama is Dominican, and that makes me Dominican. So yes, I'm going to do it. Let me start with my eyebrow. With my eyebrow. Eyebrow. I want thick eyebrows, you know. Look at our beauty. So now that they look crazy like so, take your little thingy magic and do this. Because I'm doing pops of color, I want my eyebrow to be light, so I'm gonna take a slightly lighter concealer to clean my eyebrows. Okay. Like so. Okay, so now that they look like this, I am going to take the excess of my concealer and I'm just gonna place it where I want it to be, like this. I'm just gonna go like that and add the rest to my eyelids, like this, or wherever it's dark. If you have that much, you just spread it to wherever it's dark. My inner corners are very dark. Now you just blend it with any sponge you have. I'm gonna use this tiny one because it's tiny and it gets into the little corners I want it to go. I'm just blending everything except my nose, like that. I know I look crazy. It's okay, don't worry about it, sweetheart. Okay, so while I was looking for which palette I was gonna use, it's been like a good 5-10 minutes. I am now going to blend this on my nose. Shut up. I'm going to blend this in place.
Ain't you blended already?
I'm just gonna blend this because it's creasing and I'm gonna set it. Just use any powder any brush you have. It doesn't really matter what brush you use. And make sure that when you set your eyelid, there's no lines, no creasing. So as you can see in the picture that I show, I'm gonna start. I am going to start with my outer corner red. I'm using this angled brush that look like this, angled and fluffy. And I'm gonna tap into the red into this palette, which I'm gonna be showing on the screen. And I'm just gonna make a greater or lesser sign kind of thing, or a triangle, however you want to call it. I'm just tapping in, I'm not blending. like this. To take a very skinny brush like this, very thin brush, and I'm going to take the darkest blue and just create a line right on my crease. Like that. Like that, okay? Now, you're gonna take a lighter blue and I'm just gonna start blending the dark blue in circular motion. Do not blend the red and the blue yet. So now I'm gonna go into the blue and red side. I'm not adding anything, I'm just blending both of them. Like that. As you can see, it created that like a purplish look when I blend it, because red and blue makes purple. I'm going to cut my crease, and I don't have white concealer, so I'm just gonna give me a minute, okay? I have to process this. First, I'm gonna take my concealer, like my regular schmegular concealer, and where's my applicator? I'm just gonna take some, apply it on my lid like that. Like that, okay? Now, the same technique I've been showing you guys, and that's what I'm gonna do. Look up everywhere, blah blah blah. There's your line. Okay, now that I have that little line created, I'm gonna take my makeup wipe, which I finally found. Yes. And I'm gonna take, this is my eyelash applicator thing, and I'm gonna take the back of it. I'm gonna take my wipe and just like this, okay? And I'm gonna start following that line. I'm cleaning off the blue, following that line that I created. Now I'm gonna get the whitest concealer I have. Okay, so this is the concealer I found. This one is in the color light tan, or RCR03. I'm gonna take my regular flat brush. And I'm gonna take my concealer and conceal that line. Another thing is that if you don't wanna do the whole cut crease with the wipe and erase all the makeup, you don't have to. You can just use a thick layer of concealer and it works perfectly fine. You just have to keep, every time the concealer changes color, wipe it on your hand and then grab new concealer and apply more. So I didn't know I have a white eyeshadow, and I actually found it, and I'm gonna use that white eyeshadow on top of the concealer. I'm gonna use, to like pat it in, I'm gonna use this, I'm not sure what this is called, I think it's makeup applicator. So I'm gonna take this one. This is like a shimmery white, it's not matted, so I'm just gonna tap it in right on top of the concealer. You can also use your finger if you want to. So that's how it looks. I'm gonna take the brush that I used for the red and I'm just gonna blend it upward, like mixing the white and the red, so there isn't any harsh lines. And just so you know, I didn't add more red. I am just using the excess and blend what's already on the eye. Now it looks like that. I'm gonna move on with my face. I'm gonna take my Smashbox primer. I'm just gonna pat it in. And I'm gonna try this again one more time. I'm gonna prime my what you call that? I don't know what you call that, but jawline. No, this is not your jawline. Whatever this is called, I'm priming it with this dark primer. So while my sponge is getting drenched by my sister, I'm gonna take my MAC foundation and this brush right here and I'm gonna now I'm just gonna blend it with my brush that she broke. I mean with my sponge that she broke. Okay, I'm gonna start blending. Now my concealer right here, and here. As you can see, I'm bringing it down in this form so it can lift and brighten forehead. Just bringing it in between the eyebrows and staying in this area. I'm just staying in my chin, staying right here. I'm not moving anywhere, just blending. But with my lip, like that. And my nose, I'm gonna switch. Well, no, I'm just gonna blend in a straight line. I'm gonna use this little spongy thingy with this to set my face, and with my wet sponge and go in right here under my eye like that. Now I'm gonna take this clean fluffy brush. You can use any brush you want. I'm not gonna put it up in the screen because you don't, like, just use any brush you have, okay? Big brush, forehead, under my eye. Blend in circular motion under here. So you can see that harsh line is gone of the primer, dark primer I used. And now my nose. Just blend everything like that. Water break. Bounce my face. I'm gonna go really heavy on my bronzer. So now I'm gonna go in with my highlighter and I'm planning to go a little heavy, so I'm gonna take this brush instead of my fan brush. Oh, that's nice. You can't really see it on camera. Oh, yes. Now I'm gonna add my highlight again. So you're gonna take the red that you use for right here. You go with your blue. I'm gonna take my darkest blue and do. Now without adding any eyeshadow, you're gonna go right here in between the two and blend as much as you can. Now I'm just gonna use the top coat for my eyebrows so they can stay in place. And I'm gonna set my face with the MAC Fix It. I just got a little sample, and I'm gonna try this because I obviously used the MAC foundation. So now I'm gonna put on my humongous lashes. I'm just gonna leave it dry. Okay, so now that it's almost dry, I'm gonna place it upwards like that. Middle first. Gonna leave this one dry. So let me try this one by Anastasia Beverly Hill. This one is in the color Spirit Matte Lipstick. Tell me I ain't getting better at this. Who this? So as usual, I'm gonna take pictures and show you guys. So as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah. If you guys want to see me create any look that you guys saw on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, just send it to me and I will try to recreate that look. You can contact me through Facebook. Everything is in the description box. So yeah, bye.